1, 2, 3, SCA!
Okay, so continuing on chaining our throws. Gonna do my normal, go low, come in high, get my grip. Nicely gripped up here. I am gonna step in and hook. So I step, cross step, hook, and drive. OG. Balance low, get a nice low base, I don't want him to pull me over. That's my first technique. Second up, I go for my OG. He steps back. I've got him twisted round and loaded up. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring back and I'm gonna fly him with my Uchimata. Okay, so now I'm going in OG. I go for my Uchimata. I get him loaded, but I don't quite get him over. So all I'm gonna do is step, reach, plant him, come to the ground. Okay, so I go OG, Uchimata, ankle pick. It's a really good series. Now, keeping David on the ground here. He's got his feet up and on my hips. What I'm gonna do, I'm working to pass the guard. Passing the guard is always my first thought, but when someone has left this beautiful little gift of an ankle dangling right here in front of me, sometimes it's too much to resist, so I'm gonna hook round it. The part I'm looking for. Different people are gonna tell you different things. They all have their value. Russian system, normally they're looking for this part right here. Old school Gracie, all the way down to my elbow. I like to listen to Dean Lister. He says right at the point where the fleshy bit of the muscle on your arm turns into bone. This point here. So I'm aiming to get that part right against his Achilles. I step in with my foot against his butt, sit, kick over. It's very important, my heel cannot pass this line. If I go over here, that's reaping and I'm disqualified. My heel here is to stop him lifting up. My foot on this leg, I always used to completely be under this leg. He now has freedom to rotate this hip. Also, if we're in a street fight or an MMA situation, he can just kick me clean in the face. So even though you can't do that in IBJJF, I want my technique to be transferable. So my foot goes under his hip, my knees squeeze together. I've got like a guillotine grip here. I'm gonna make sure I'm all the way out to his heel, and I am just gonna puff my chest and lift this up, and then look back over my shoulder for the tap. Okay? So the important thing is this, puffing my chest and rotating. I don't want to be resting on my elbow, because if I rotate resting on my elbow, this actually opens up. I come off my elbow. Now when I rotate, that comes on really tightly. Okay? While we're down here on the ground, it's one important thing. This foot being buried. I'm going to give David a foot lock.
There we go.
He's going to go for a foot lock here on this foot. But he's going to leave this foot out. Instead of tucking it under me, he's going to leave it out. If I pass this across here, and I say, hey David, go for the foot lock, whenever you want. Go for it. Who's going to tap first? It's a beautiful thing about anatomy. The crossed leg is tied up. This leg, the lock will come on before this leg, which is why it's super important for David when he's going for this to hide that so that I can't get on it. Okay? So now we're going to look at the same technique, and now David's going to be standing up. So, at the beginning, David had his feet on my hips, and we saw that's a risk. Actually, what I like to be doing is hiding my feet. Anytime foot locks are in play, I'm hiding my feet. This stops him just diving on a foot. What I'm going to do, I'm going to step through and come up here. I'm going to take him backwards, and I'm straight in my foot lock position to be able to lock this up, lean out and tap. So I can get into that same foot lock from this gentleman standing up. And honestly, we do this a lot. You know, I'm looking for, X guard. I'm doing a lot of different things. And it's very quick to just be able to rotate around, knock him over, hook up these foot locks. So these foot locks are a great level changer. When I'm trying to pass this guard, he's got a very hard to pass guard. Or I'm on my back, he's trying to pass my guard. He gets a little bit clumsy with what he's going for. I could dive on that foot lock and finish the fight right there. So useful techniques. In the coming weeks, we're going to come on and look at some other footlocks. IBJJF, all the way up to brown belt, so all the way up purple belt inclusive. You can only do straight footlocks. I like to teach the other footlocks earlier. I don't think it's a good idea to wait till you're a brown belt to start learning these techniques. Suddenly you're going to have to fix some holes in your game. So with our classes here at FCA, we like to teach the footlocks earlier. We apply them with a lot of control. We apply them in agreement. Both people sparring know what's being gone for, but I think it's really important for people to learn to attack and defend footlocks pretty much right out the gate. Just as soon as you've got the idea of what a submission is and what the game is, we can start adding in footlocks. We don't have to wait till someone's purple belt and go, right, now we're going to prepare you for brown belt. Great class tonight. Good training.
Cool. Thank you.